we've been talking a lot of football without actually getting to football. So what do you say we do that? And technically, we're entering week 19 now of the NFL season and the divisional playoffs. So we only have a few more weeks to talk about this stuff for, I don't know, just about 4 minutes or so, huh?
Yeah.
And now, 4 minutes of football.
Cue the goosebumps.
There it is. Alrighty, listen, this past weekend, we saw a 12-4 San Francisco 49ers travel to the 8-7-1 Green Bay Packers to face some extremely cold temperatures in an environment that was, that rivaled the Ice Bowl, as we just mentioned before. The same thing occurred with the 11-5 New Orleans Saints playing in the frigid temperatures of Lincoln Financial Field against the 10-6 Philadelphia Eagles. Some have stated that this is unfair, that teams with better records have to go on the road simply because an opposition team has won their respective division. Well, look, here's the bottom line. If you're going to hear from NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell, you can bet it's annually, and it's going to be during the playoffs. As he responded to these concerns and talked his other usual playoff stuff like expansion and Super Bowls in London, all that great nonsensical stuff. But he also insinuated that playoffs may be reseeded in the future, allowing teams with better records to be the host, not traveling team. Okay, gentlemen, I throw it out there real quick. This might seem more fair, particularly when you look at the disparagement of this past weekend's 49ers-Packers game, but it completely discounts and dismisses the importance of winning your division. Huh? Where are you coming in on this one, Sidekick?
Goodell needs to shut up.
Okay. Uncle Mark says,
Yeah, no. I mean, listen, there's some weak divisions out there, and you're going to see a winner out of the division that might not be able to hold a candle to 2 or 3 from another division where it was real tight and they were all putting up great records. But the system is what it is now. How are you going to fix it? Are you going to just break it to fix it, or I mean, really? Really, it is what it is. I don't know. Is expansion the way to go? We're going to add another player, another team to play in, another 2 teams to play in.
Okay.
As we found out prior to this week's 49ers game against the Packers, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair, the stylin, profilin, limousine riding, kiss stealing, wheelin and dealin, son of a gun, woo!
Wow.
Shut up and stop talking.
Gave a pre-game pep talk to the 49ers prior to going in against the Green Bay Packers, and apparently it helped. News story that came out today in an update. Now, Ric Flair is from Carolina.
Yeah.
And he's been
Some on the Panthers weren't too happy.
Yeah, Stephen Smith with his outspoken mouth, insert joke here, came out and said some nice things about Mr. Flair, as well as many of the Carolina natives who sent him death threats. So he will not be at the game this weekend.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
All righty. Well, I guess, whatever it takes to win the playoffs, huh?
Wow.
Listen, we've just gotten done talking about popularity of sports and in which order, NHL, NBA, NFL. Make no mistake, the NFL knows they hold the number 1 spot, particularly when it comes to TV ratings. The fall of 2013 saw the introduction of some very popular new TV shows, like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and The Blacklist, just to name a few. All these programs got very, very good ratings. But it was announced yesterday that 34 of 35 of America's most watched TV programs were NFL games, led by the Thanksgiving matchup between the Oakland Raiders and Dallas Cowboys, which drew 31.7 million viewers. In fact, I found this one actually amazing. The average NFL game got 17.6 million viewers, and 205 million Americans, at 70%, watched at least one NFL game. Again, I go back, though, to the question I posed before. I juxtaposed these stats against the fact that there were 3 of the 4 last week's playoff games needed corporate support to remain to purchase the remaining tickets and have their respective stadiums and avoid local TV blackouts. So You know, while obviously it appears to be a very popular TV thing, 3 out of 4 of them needed a little bit of help.